His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash kind of twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast.
Hello, pretty face, I've seen you along the way. I'd like to get to know you, if that'd be okay. These questions that I ask, they might seem a little strange, or forward to your mind, even sound a bit deranged. Prepare them for the time, you see all I am is peeking at this checklist that I have, and the boxes I'm deleting. It's both for our own good, and it's what I do to say, if a future we do have, if conversation would remain.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast. Little different show tonight. We got no racing last weekend, so they had an off weekend, and Jeff hopefully will be popping back in. Jason is here, and we talked to this guy about the same time last year. Guy Oland, how's it going?
Hey, just living the dream.
So, yeah, you know, there's some race going on this weekend. I think a lot of people are they're getting excited for it.
Well, I tell you, this year's going to be just a stellar year down there with the Martin brothers going like they're going, Dungy on top. It's just going to be it's going to be a madhouse. I mean, it's going to be just bonkers, I think. I bet this is a record turnout down there this year.
I seen some photos today. Did they extend now what is it? Is it Mount Martin? Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah. Well, John doesn't like how the word Mountain Martin's going, so he prefers Martin Mountain instead of Mountain Martin.
I thought I saw a post that it was getting extended. Is that?
No, it didn't get extended. It got straightened out, is what it did. Last year they kind of had you go up the hill and they took a little bit of a right and then go up the last half. Well, now it's straight up and straight down. I mean, it's a long ways. I mean, if you extend it, you're going to have to probably change time zones because it's massive.
Yeah, that was quite the hike. Did you ever make it up and around walking up there?
Oh God, yeah. When John first finished it, he took me out on his little Ranger, and the tiny timber tamer doesn't have a whole lot of respect for life or limb, so he took me up there in his Ranger at about Mach 14, and we went straight up, and it's unbelievable. And then we turned around and came straight down, of which I might add, I stopped at the garbage can at the bottom and threw out a pair of Joe Boxers, but I mean, it was pretty cool. It's really steep.
Cool. Do you know, are they tweaking anything else, or have you heard anything else? Everything else going to be the same?
Well, they do like they usually do. This year he did take down Bob's tabletop out front. He took that down and changed that around. Not quite sure. He's not quite sure usually until about 2 days before what he's doing there. But the reasoning behind that is everybody would sit on the bleachers there. All you would see would be the tabletop. You wouldn't see any other racing. So he decided to take that down so you could sit there and watch the other side of the track also, instead of having just a big tabletop right up front. So I know that's getting taken down.
And I didn't think it was that bad because they made that change right before the regional, and I thought it was good. I didn't mind that.
No, it really did. For some reason, the Bob's tabletop, I don't know what it is about that jump. It's a simple jump, and we can go 30 motos without nothing happening, and then all of a sudden we'll have 4 motos in the amateur ranks. I mean, where we all of a sudden are carting them out of there. It's just a very strange little... I don't know. It's just a weird jump. That when it takes its toll, a lot. And he just wanted to kind of change it up. You know, John's always changing the track down there. It's never the same. You know what I mean? He's always doing something somewhere.
Nope. Yeah, it's I wish I wasn't so busy. I got a lot to do between now and then, but it's gonna be nice to be down there this weekend for sure.
I think the energy is going to be just massive. I mean, like I said, the Martin boys are back in town. They've been back for a couple of weeks. They've been riding some of the old tracks that they rode, growing up out there. That Sandy Crackle Raceway, Troy Gears' track up there. It's just a mile and a half of the most miserable sand you'll ever meet that they grew up riding. And then they went to Rick Zeibel's and they're riding over there and just, actually enjoying being back home, eating mom's home cooking and stuff.
Right.
So they're all back. So I know Greta's all fired up to have the family home.
I suppose, yeah, it doesn't probably happen that often, or, at least have them home and not, I'm sure they're together quite a bit, but.
Just have everybody back at the farm,
Now, I kind of wanted I think I saw this on Racer X, and I could be out of line, but what do you think, it's at Millville this weekend, how much, if any, at all, is it an advantage or a disadvantage? To me, I think it's more of a distraction or a disadvantage. I don't know that it's an advantage at all.
It's a total disadvantage. One thing people don't understand is that during the week when John doesn't have the track prepped, it is miserable. You don't ride it. It's not like you go out there and ride the track when it's not prepped. It's rock hard, rain rutted, and for him to prep the track for the boys to ride by themselves is just way too cost prohibitive and time prohibitive. So they don't actually ride that track all that much, so it's not like it's 5 million laps into it. Plus it's so different on race day versus any other time you ride it. And then the other day I was talking to a couple of people, talking to Greta and stuff, and John, they're telling me how many people are already starting to, hey, can I get your jersey? Can I get your pants? Can I get your helmet? So there's a lot of distractions coming in already, and the sad thing is both the Martin boys are just very, very, very nice people. So they have a hard time saying no to everybody.
Right.
It happened last year when Jeremy and Alex came down to judge that track building contest that they put on, and they had to get going. And I mean, Jeremy's such a nice guy; he ended up standing there for another hour, and he had stuff to do. So I think I honestly think it's a disadvantage.
No,
you talk about the craziness guy, with the two of them doing as well as they are. I was actually out at Zabel's on Wednesday night, and the rumor got out that those guys were going to be there. And you could have sworn it was Sunday afternoon at Meadow Valley or something like that with all the people that were there. I mean, it's got to be a huge distraction for them. I don't blame them at all for not showing up because they would have just been mobbed had they actually shown up at Rick's that night. But, yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's got to be a huge distraction for them. And, like you say, they're two good kids. They're going to do everything they can for the local fans, and they got to do all they can to try to stay away from us hooligans.
Well, they're not even staying at the house. They're staying up in they got a apartment up in Lake City is where they're actually staying. Mainly because Greta's got all the bedrooms handed out to everybody that comes into town, let alone, the boys could push sideways. But it's just too hectic for them too. It's their job. It's their livelihood to get there, not to be running around having fun.
Yep.
So they're all staying up in Lake City. But it will be fun to see them back, because they're such good kids.
So everyone go to Lake City and party. No,
yeah, let's go.
No, don't say that. I shouldn't have said that. No.
I'm not saying where in Lake City. Wabasha. I meant Wabasha.
I say he's actually lying. They're actually staying in Rochester, or is it Red Wing?
Yeah, they're staying somewhere, I think. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be it's going to be really fun. It's going to be fun to watch Dungy come in leading it. This is the first time I think ever in the history of that the homestay boys have been leading both classes. So it's kind of a first time for that too.
No, that is that's awesome. I'm starting to get excited. So.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. I mean, I was just looking at the weatherman, and he said there's a chance of snow and a high of 93, so he's got it covered.
And Guy's not going to predict it, so we're good.
Yeah, I've been banished from that. I've actually had stuff thrown at me when I start predicting the weather down there now, though. Yeah. What can I say? I try. It's going to be a lot.
Do what you can. No, the excitement around here is. I can tell you, it's the excitement level is huge right now. Even we were at Jordan on Friday night. Pretty good local pro turnout there. All those guys are super excited, and I tell you what, some great racing between those guys on Friday night. It was a blast to be there. It was a blast to call those races, and man, it got me in the mood for next week. That's for sure. I can't wait. I got my Pro Nats haircut all cut in. It's going to be just about perfect by the time we get down there, and I'm just looking forward to it. Let's get this week out of the way.
Well, I tell you, that Jordan race had to have been a lot of fun. So, I mean, just getting Williams and Henry Miller and them guys up there, and just it's just really cool. These guys are all fired up, and they're all getting ready for the big. They got a weekend off. That's the coolest thing too before the big national. That's why I think it's going to be an awesome show. The whole deal is just going to be wild.
Yeah, it was just an absolute blast. Not just to have all those guys back and on the track at the same time, but I mean, amazing racing. I mean, it was. Everybody there got their money's worth for what they got to see that night. I couldn't talk after the races. It was just insane. It was so much fun. I can't even tell you. If you weren't there, you missed out huge.
Oh, I know. Isn't it kind of funny how it seems like it's kind of every 2 to 3 years there will be an amateur race that just is absolutely off the wall, and I'm kind of bummed. I'm only 7 miles from down there, but I had a bunch of stuff going on. I was actually thinking of going down there, but there's always every 2 or 3 years you hear about that one local amateur race that was just the one to be at, and this was it. I think, the Moto
definitely the one.
It's kind of fun when they come out like that. I remember back when Brett was racing, there were a few that were just all of a sudden, once in a while there'd be a practice session or a race session that was just lighting on fire, and it's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a lot of fun too. Huh?
Do we know what I saw Miller's photo on Facebook. When is he gonna go pro?
I don't know.
Because him and Robbins, they got to be all ready to go, aren't they?
The bad thing is it's as fast as they're locally, it's a big jump to go to that next level, both just speed-wise, skill-wise, but financial-wise, dedication-wise. And it really, I'm not sure that they're quite ready yet. I mean, they're both really good riders, but that next jump is so big.
Right.
And if they try to jump too soon, it's just not going to work. You know what I mean?
Be no good.
Yeah, it's too much thrown at them too fast, and they just can't handle it.
Well, let's see here. So what? When are you heading down?
I head down actually Thursday about 2:30. I got to be down there. As usual, the Millville Gremlins seem to have problems with their sound system, so I get to spend probably 2 hours getting that working as usual, even though it worked 27 minutes before when I was there. And then we have the riders meeting at 7 o'clock on Thursday night for Friday racing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, it's going to be a huge turnout. I'm actually looking forward to getting down there. It's just going to be a great time.
That was cool when me and Jason got to come up into the tower there on the regional, and I guess I never thought of it. Makes sense. You're up a little higher in the air. You can see quite a bit. You lose a little bit in the back, but that's a good spot you got up there.
Oh yeah, the tree fort's a fun place to hang out. I'm trying to get Greta to put in a deck and a bar and a hot tub, but she hasn't quite approved them improvements yet. But we're still negotiating.
It looks like a VIP spot to me.
Well, actually, there's talk. John has been talking about redoing the announcer's tower and everything, and actually making the first and second floors actually VIP. Making it a very moving the tower actually. It'd be to the east of the start to give the wider start, and then making a bigger second floor and first floor for actual VIP people, and then the top would be for the announcers. Bigger space up there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
just to start alone, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he wants to open it up, and like he said, it's kind of hard for him to tear down a perfectly good fixture. the tower itself is good, but like you said, everything's changing now, and AMA are talking about wanting him to build a bigger tower, bigger footprint for the announcer when the Hollywood announcers come in.
Sure.
For their entourages. Unfortunately, my entourage is you guys.
Hey, we had fun.
Oh yeah, what's really fun for me actually, is on the Nationals on the Saturday. Honestly, the funnest part for me is that they put monitors up there, and you can actually see the whole track. We get to watch the whole track on private monitors. A lot of times, Bones from Pro Circuit will come up, and he'll be on the radio telling us all the inside scoop. And the best part, honest to God, this is no bull. The best part I love is when our local guys are out there and I get to plug them. I get to talk about them. I get to, guys that, I'm going to be honest, some of them guys don't have a prayer's chance at making the show, but they're out there giving it their all. And I want to give them guys their 5-10 minutes of fame, on over the PA system and on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah. I think they're out there giving it a shot, and you gotta give them props for that.
Oh yeah, and mom and dad and grandpas and boyfriends and girlfriends and what have you are all down there. Everybody's down there, and it's like, hey, I really have a good time Saturday morning during qualifying and stuff when I get to talk about the guys. When I get to mention the guys that honestly have a hard time making the show, but they're out there trying their hardest. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I honestly feel like that's my favorite part of race day is qualifying and into the LCQs. Those LCQs are my favorite races of the day. Honestly, I could go back to the motorhome and start drinking beer after that. I don't care anymore because those LCQs are so much fun to watch.
Right. Oh yeah. Do or die. Do or die. And the cool thing about being up in the tower when they're even doing time qualifying, you can tell when one of them's dropping a hammer and going whoever it be, but then you can watch them and actually see them go. You know what I mean? From our privateer guys out there going to the Nick Jacksons out there who are working in the trenches every day to watching Dungy and the Martin boys and Blue Squid and them drop the hammer. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, and I hate to say it, once the racing starts, it's cool, but don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but the qualifying I think is so much better.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know if you will know the answer to this guy, but we got a little activity in our chat room, which is good.
Uh-oh.
Which is good. But a listener wants to know if they're going to do anything up on the hill where the Parts Unlimited area was. Are they doing anything up there again?
As in spectator type stuff, yes, they are. There's going to be a big, I believe, there's going to be a hospitality tent up there for AMA officials, I believe. I'm not sure. I know somebody was going to be going up there.
AMA and Talkin Moto podcast staff?
Yeah, actually, if you guys want, we should send you guys. There's one of the big secrets about that place is there's 4 decks hidden up around there, honestly, that are hidden up in the hills. And the one that's like right above the tower is the most awesome. We could get you guys up there. You can see the whole track, literally the whole track, the whole campground, everything up there. And the best part is you can't hear my voice up there.
Yeah, but then I have to listen to Scott.
Yeah.
We'll have to get Jason calling the races end up there. To you, Scott. Nice romantic night up on the deck at Millville.
I like it.
Yeah, so as far as I know, I'd be really surprised if they're not, because I know there was talk, last time I talked to them, there was talk about putting an AMA industry type deal up there, hospitality and stuff up on the very top.
Cool. Yeah, I've never gone over on that hill, but I need to venture over there.
Up on Bikini Hill?
Yeah, I kind of do, like, my normal routine would be to I usually don't go in. I'll go in, like, maybe practice. I'll watch a few laps over in the whoops, but then it's kind of like you walk in kind of by the start and you work your way into the back section, and then I start making my trek up the back, and then you go all the way up and around, and so it takes a while.
You're a wanderer.
Yeah. Wife gets well, no wife this weekend, which is good. But yeah, we went to Redbud a couple years ago, and we'd like sit down, and then I'm like, all right, well, let's go. We just sat down. I'm like, well, we got to keep moving. So I like to keep moving.
Podcast right now, so I can't talk.
Oh. We got him in trouble.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to drop the phone there for you.
Oh, it's all right. All right.
Yeah,
So,
when you're at Millville, you definitely have to get around. You have to walk around. You have to check everything out. There's a lot of stuff. You got to get over on Bikini Hill. You got to go up on the catwalk. You got to play Billy Goat and go up on top of Martin Mountain there.
At least once.
Oh, I mean, seriously, at least once you got to make it. If you don't make it all the way up the mountain, you got to at least get halfway up just to really, honestly appreciate how steep that hill really, really is. It's that steep.
They
should hang a rope from a tree or something up there. You got a little more of a fighting chance to get up, and you can kind of scale your way back down hanging from a rope. That'd be a nice addition.
Well, he's got stairs going up there, and he's putting rope. Actually, he was talking about if they had time, they were going to add some more to the rope. Or excuse me, to the stairs. Otherwise, they were going to literally have a rope to help pull you up the hill. Seriously.
Oh, yeah, that would be a solid idea. I was surprised, honestly. I mean, it was nice, but man, that sucker was steep. And coming down, if it wasn't for that one tree, I'd have ended up out in the middle of the track one time. It is wicked.
Yeah, think of the energy you would have saved trying to walk down. Though you could have just tumbled all the way down.
That's true. It probably would have taken about 20 people with me, but it would have been fun.
Yeah. It's like I said, that is one thing I just wish more people would actually really go to really appreciate. Because the sad thing is when you watch it on TV, it doesn't. That 320-foot hill doesn't look like anything on TV until you actually walk up to it. Then it's like, my.
No, when you stand up at the top and look off and over that drop-off and you consider how much ground you actually can't see, it's absolutely incredible to think about riding down that hill. And as fast as those guys go, that's insane.
And then how rough it gets, And then to have your big brother pushing you down the hill with Mooseland right behind him. Think of that one.
Yeah. Yep.
Or having Dungy going down there, and then next you got Roxon right on your back bumper and Barsha right there. And do that for 10, 12 laps, 14 laps.
Yep, that's nuts.
Yeah. So it's like I said, anybody that's into the sport within 1,000 miles, you have to come see Millville. So I mean, it's going to be a cool, especially this year though. I'm really fired up for this year.
What? Now, how much of the racing have you been? You watch every moto, or as much as you can?
Yeah, I try. I mean, I probably have seen so far 75% of full motos, and I get all the highlights all the time. And I do follow them. I admit, I'm stuck in this sport. I tried to walk away when Brett quit racing, and it didn't work. I still, can't resist.
No, it's fun to watch for sure. What do you think of I said this on our last podcast, and maybe I'm wrong. In Supercross, I wasn't. Dungy, he'll be mad at me, but I wasn't a Dungy fan in Supercross. But what drives me nuts now is it's like Dungy's doing awesome, but it's almost like they're overlooking him. And it's Barsha now, or it's Roxon, and it's just like, I don't know. Do you get that, or is that just me?
No, it's true. I mean, but you got to remember, Dungy's a diesel. He just runs. He's not flashy. He doesn't hang it out. He doesn't go down. He doesn't, knock on wood. I don't mean to jinx the guy. There's not a whole lot of controversy in the guy's life. I mean, this weekend he was down at Clearwater Beach with Spencer Daly and his wife Taylor and Lindsay, but that's about the most controversial thing the guy does. He's all very, very much overlooked. I've always said that about the kid. He's just not. There's no flash there. There's no reason to look except all of a sudden it's like, he won again.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I guess I'll. What's kind of driving me nuts, like I said, I saw this post on Racer X, and it was like, who's is it going to be like the Minnesota guys, or is someone else going to break up this, whatever they listed it? I'd have to go back and look, but it's just like, I think it's tough to say that. I mean, I want them to go 1-1, but I want them to go 1-1 every weekend. So it's like, if it doesn't happen, then they're just going to blow that up and piss me off, I guess. I think is what's going to happen.
Yeah, but you get Dungey's, he's such a smart rider that, he's looking at the big picture. He knows there's another championship he signed with KTM again. He was, word on the street is he was going to be done racing, and then KTM wanted up for a couple more years. He was supposedly, I had heard from the inside from several people that this was going to be his last year, and then he opted up for a couple more years because he's so happy with Roger and the new bike and everything. He'll be there. He'll be winning. Just,
you talk about being disappointed, like maybe he doesn't get the props that he deserves or whatever, but honestly, I think he thrives off that. I honestly think he probably prefers it that way. That's why he kind of, stays so low-key and kind of maintains that mystery about him. Is just, he likes it that way. He likes to be just, guess what? At the end of the season, I'm going to be there, and you can talk about me then. For now, I don't care if you talk about me or not.
Well, the funny thing is, I've known Troy for a long time. Dungeys and Brett worked for the Dungeys, and we've known them for a long time. And they've never been flashy. They've never been out telling about nothing. They don't talk about it. They don't. Even up until about 2-3 years ago, I can't remember exactly, but Ryan didn't even have a trainer. He was his own trainer. He was his own coach. He did everything himself. They don't. And when you go talk to him about stuff, hey, I don't know, we don't pay attention. Like, what do you think about Reed doing this? I don't know, we don't pay attention to him. What do you think about Stewart's deal? Wow, we don't pay attention to him. They just don't care. They genuinely care about, and not in a conceited way, but they just care about Ryan. And Ryan cares about Ryan, and that's it. And I don't mean that in a conceited way. He just doesn't get caught up in all the hoopla and the hubbub.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and the funny thing was, I don't know if you guys remember Greg Atkinson from Trackside Racing. Used to be big at the district. His son Mike Atkinson was a big racer, and he had built custom bikes and pipes and all that stuff. Really, really talented guy. When Ryan was on 80s, he went up there testing a bike one day. And this was way back when. And this is before Ryan was winning anything. And Greg told me, he goes, Guy, that kid's going somewhere. And the kid was on 80s, like 80 junior at the time. And, and Ryan just never said nothing to nobody about it, though. You know what I mean? He's always quiet. And that's why I think he's going to be there.
No, that's cool. It's a pretty sweet story. Boy. We got to give some tickets away. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Shit balls.
Did you hang up on Guy?
No, we lost Guy.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Not good. Not good. Our VFU treatment, gone.
Oh, man. All right. Let's, oh, shit.
Son of a diddly.
Hang on. He can't call me. That can't happen.
No, you have to call him.
Yeah. He was just trying to call me.
Did we ever get Woody in?
Hey, I'm a wander namelessly about the world. Please leave a message, and I will call you back as soon as possible. So thank.
Oh, probably the best voicemail I've ever heard.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. What were you going to say?
Did we ever get Jeff in, or is he just totally MIA?
It sounded like he was having some sort of heat disaster or something going on.
Oh.
So So he said he might just skip this one.
Oh, all right, fair enough. You suffering from heat stroke?
Something. Man, what is going on? All right, let's try this one more time.
Call him back. God, now I missed that race I wanted to watch. Damn it.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man, that's loud.
Boy, the powers that be must have cut us off talking about Dungy like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden he's gone. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, somebody shut me down there. I can't talk about it. Let's talk about Barsha or something. I don't want to get shot here at night, man. He doesn't want talked about.
But no, so...
and we think nobody listens to this show.
That's right. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got a few tickets to give away. And I think...
Cool.
I think we're just gonna do the email. We got a pretty good crowd in the chat room tonight, so if you guys want a chance to win, now these are pretty sweet. This will get you in for Friday, Saturday, and for Sunday. So if you guys want to get in on that, send me an email to talkinmoto@gmail.com, and make sure you put in the subject line, put Millville tickets. And that's it. And if you want to write something nice in the body of the email telling us how awesome we are, that could persuade us in the decision making. Maybe.
That's true.
So, but yeah, we got to probably got to do that pretty quick, huh? Get them in the mail tomorrow so you guys will, I suppose I could
get it done.
Yeah, we got to get it done and over with. So, that's it. If you guys want to get in on the free tickets. That's it.
That's pretty cool, Greta. One more time, Greta steps up to the plate. You know that?
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks, thanks a lot. And yeah, they've been super cool. They gave us these for now, and she helped us out with our fantasy Supercross stuff. So yeah, big thanks to her and everyone down at Spring Creek for helping us out with that.
Yeah, I've been down there for I think I'm going on like 10, 12 years now, and I tell you what, announcing it, it's just they're the greatest people to work for down there, and it's just a lot of fun. They're just great people, and they always are helping out. And the funny thing or the sad thing is, people don't realize how much they care about their customers and their riders down there too. I mean, they are always trying to make a better experience. John's always trying to make the track better. Greta's always trying to make the camping experience, family experience better. So it's just a great. I don't want to sound like I'm sucking up or brown nosing, but it's very true. It's very true. Need a raise.
Hint, hint. No, it's.
So when are you guys coming down now?
We'll be there sometime Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You better get it's going to be crowded. I'd get there early. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I don't honestly, we're kind of taking a page out of the Martin book. I'm not sure we're going to be staying at the track because we're so big time that we're just afraid we're not going to we won't be left alone, won't be getting any sleep at night. So I think we're actually going to stay in Lake City. Just because, we're that big.
Yeah, well, that's why we got the little helicopter landing spot out there for guys like you and the air ambulance and stuff, so.
Yeah, exactly.
It's... I mean, the plane and the chopper, it's all nice, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just a hassle.
Sometimes the guy just likes to resort back to being what the mere peasants do and drive in.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. So what else is going on? So actually everything opens up Wednesday, right? Wednesday kind of evening, 6 o'clock. Is that you can start
Wednesday
getting in line?
6 o'clock. Yeah, people, John, they usually kick them out if you're there before Wednesday because it just gets a little ridiculous. But then usually at 6 o'clock they open the gates and then start signing up for practice on Thursday. I'm not even sure. I haven't had time to even actually look at the list, but I would imagine most of the classes are full. Like last year, we had to shut down 250B and open seat because we had 2 full gates of just heat races. So if anybody's thinking if anybody thinks they're going to show up on Thursday and sign up and race on Friday, I highly doubt you're going to do it. I mean, it's not saying don't give it a try, but I wouldn't count on it. And it's going to be that busy. And then we got the riders meeting Thursday night. We got the pit bike races on Thursday night that Tony Schimmel's going to be emceeing back there for back on the KTM pit bike track. We've got the track building contest going on at 4 o'clock on Thursday for the kids. Friday we got Donnie Schmidt race. We got Archangels playing Friday night. We got Joan and the Whales on Saturday night. I mean, Pro Track Challenge on Sunday, and I think something's going on Saturday during the day. I just can't think of what, but it'll come to me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Probably baking or something.
Hey, one thing for all the listeners out there, one thing I want to kind of toss out there, County Road 60 is getting some work done on it down by Mazeppa. So make sure you guys check the springcreekmx.com, and it's got the detour information there. So if you're coming in off of 60 from 52, like from the north, you're going to have to definitely find a different way because it is shut down, and their detour is real goofy that the state sends you on.
Ooh,
so make sure you
the town of Belchester doesn't know what's about to hit it. that little map dot there. They tell you what, if you are going that way, keep your eye out too, because that turn there in town is hard to see. I've driven past it twice now in the last few weeks. So, but yeah, definitely find an easier or a different way. I would actually kind of recommend going through Red Wing, except for the fact that Red Wing is all tore up as well. So, I think helicopter might be your best bet for getting to the races this weekend.
Either that or I go down through Goodhue now, so that's kind of a quick and easy also.
Yep. That's how I've been going. That's how I've been going as well. Just it's a little bit easier. And actually, going around through Red Wing, if you follow the truck detour around town, it's really not bad. It's really not a bad detour. Honestly, I think it's better than going through Red Wing on a normal day. So,
yeah. That's good. Like I say, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. Just and as usual, you can't bring alcohol in there. Unfortunately, that got shut down quite a few years ago. So we got to support the Mazeppa area JCs and buy their beer down there.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We just had someone in the chat room saying they've already started to grow out their chest hair so they can, buzz number 1 in it. That's pretty nice.
That's scaring me. I hope it's a guy at least.
I hope they didn't wait till now to start. I mean, you're kind of late to the ball game.
Maybe he's a Yeti.
Yeah. 5 o'clock battle on the chest hairs.
Oh, shit. What else we got? We hit on the home track advantage. That was one of the things I brought up. I think we've hit up pretty much everything for the weekend.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. No, like Jason said, hopefully, I'm going to try to... I don't know yet if I'm going to try to swing up Jason Thursday night or just get up super early on Friday and start heading up. But for sure Friday, I'd like to be up there early. So, but should be good. Hopefully once we get there, we can kind of just relax and wander around and see a bunch of racing. I'm getting excited for it.
Hey, you guys got to come up to the tree fort up there. You get some time. Just get past all the security, I'm sure Jason has no problem getting around yet. I know, Scott, you're kind of an ambiguous kind of guy, but Jason's famous. He's a recognizable kind of guy. Maybe he can help you get the crowd.
I can sneak Scott in. I can get him in anywhere. That's no problem.
Sometimes I think the key is you just got to look like you belong there and not look at the guy at the gate and like, oh, shit, does he see me? Just buzz right by him. And
that's what I do.
Don't give away all of our secrets.
Pretend like I'm there. I'm supposed to be here. What do you mean? You know who I am? You're kicking me out.
Well, I remember this is a couple years ago already. I was not up in the tower. I was just down below, right on the fence line. And I got a sweet picture of, like, you know, the starting gate, got the 30-second girl, and it turned out pretty good. And I was like, man, I gotta piss. So I went back, you know, down by the starting gate, and I went out and went to the bathroom. And when I came back, the dude wouldn't let me back in. And I'm like, dude, you just seen me come out of there. And he goes, yeah, you weren't supposed to be up there. I'm like, So, but.
Yeah, well, at least you got the one good picture.
Yep. So what are you predicting? Are you going to go, I think Dungey and Martin just 1-1, or you think Barsha's got something for him, or Roxon? What's going through your brain on all that stuff?
No, Roxon. I like him. He's a great rider. I just don't think he's at 100% right now. I don't know what to say. I just don't. Something about him. He's just not there. If you know what I mean. Barsha is going to give Dungey a run for his money, but I know Dungey's, for a fact, is not happy about losing to him. And Dungey's the kind of guy that when he gets beat like that, he puts in a lot of work, you know, to get that back. So I think Dungey's going to be on top myself. I just got that feeling. And I tell you what, I'm not sure about the Martin boys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm on the home track disadvantage for Jeremy, to be honest with you. That's my feelings on that situation.
Yep.
And Cooper Webb, you know, hauling the mail.
Yeah.
Can we keep the Fram Cam off of Alex this weekend? I think that might help him.
Yep. Oh yeah.
The Fram Cam has been bad luck for Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess until you just mentioned Webb, I guess I completely spaced it off that he was back. Obviously, he did good at Redbud, but
yep.
but yeah, that's definitely a tough one. And then I heard Muskin hurt his wrist, or his wrist is bothering him or something.
Yeah, but we got 2 weeks they were off, so did that heal up? You know, and no one's going to say if it did or it didn't. So.
Yeah.
So it's going to. That's what's going to be fun. It's not like back and when Carmichael would show up here, you know, he's going to run away with it. I mean, I honestly think it's going to be some good racing, no matter what.
Yeah, I would agree with it. I would just hope. Yeah, I guess I just want to see some good battling.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. No one get hurt and some good racing. That makes it fun. Don't want to see Chad Reed eject off the catapult or nothing like that, you know.
Nope, he'll be safe this year. Don't have to worry about that.
Reasonably safe.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's normal.
You're getting old.
Let's not forget about the Pro Track Challenge on Sunday.
Yeah, that's cool. That's another cool thing they do is, you know, pretty much leave the track the same. Yes, we have to take the uphill out because that's just not. Trust me, it wouldn't be a pretty sight watching a bunch of tired sea riders come down that hill.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with that. I think I'm going to try the Pro Track Challenge this year, and I'm okay with the Martin Mountain being taken out of the picture. I'm okay with going up halfway and cutting off.
Yeah, and you know, it's pretty much the same track though. I mean, they do tame down some of the jumps. You know, like back on 19 after Talladega, they'll shorten that one up. Last year, that was 105 feet across. So I mean, yeah, again, that's no fun for anybody but the pros. But aside from that, it's going to be the same track. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a really cool deal.
What jump was that?
I think it'll be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What jump were you just talking about, Guy? That was 105?
You go back in the back, you go around Talladega, and then that first double was 105 feet from takeoff to landing.
Ah, okay.
And then
rumor is that's back, right?
Yeah, he's talking about it. You know, it's coming back.
Okay.
He mellowed it out for the amateurs because it's just becoming a problem.
Yep. Yep.
For some reason, it was starting to collect people. Again, it's one of them jumps that been there for 10 years, 15 years, but for all of a sudden, some reason, it's just started collecting people.
Yep.
But that's always a good spectator jump too, way in the back. So I know that's gonna be like that.
Yeah, I think that's always been one of those jumps where it freaks people out. But if you you never had to hit it hard. You just had to hit it, and you were fine. But it freaked people out. People would let off at the last minute, and that's when they would end up getting hurt on that.
Oh yeah, and then it started collecting people. That's a big problem we were having with that. So.
Yep. But yeah, I heard that's back, and sounded like kind of a triple with a little bit of a turn in it after that. So
yep.
Not saying that that's all going to be there, because I'm sure John's got plenty of ideas in his head, and anything's possible in the next week here. But those were the rumors I was hearing towards the end of the week last week from some of the guys that have been out there. So.
Yeah, and that's what they do. And then, but what happens a lot of times too is he'll find out that it won't work. It's just not working, and then he'll change it during the day. He'll figure out, and Schaefer Tracks will get out there, and him and the guys from Schaefer Tracks will change it around if it's not working. Because, sometimes that stuff looks great on paper and looks great when one or two guys are riding it. But when you get 42 guys out there, it's just not going to work, and then he'll go out and change it. So, but it's pretty much going to be the standard track like he had, like don't mean to make it sound boring, but it's going to get Millville mean. He's put a lot of sawdust down again this year. It's going to be a fun time, especially on Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun on that Pro Track Challenge, I think, for the amateur guys.
Dangerous.
Gonna have to soup up my hot rod, get through the day.
I got to soup up my voice to get through the day on Sundays.
So then you're doing Sunday. Are you calling it on Friday as well?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you'd split off, don't you? You kind of alternate with some other guy in the tower, or is it just you on Saturday?
No, Saturday is myself, Tim Cotter, Lurch, and Rob Boydos. There's all of us up there.
Cool.
And Lurch, Boydos, and Cotter, they travel around. And then I kind of invite myself up in there, but again, because I want to promote our local guys. So I'm kind of up there for that angle, But it's a lot of it's the Hollywood guys, I call them. They come in, the jet setters.
I hope they got the AC all tuned up there in the tower for you, because sounds like she's going to be a scorcher on Saturday.
Oh yeah. If they leave the windows closed and the AC cranked, it's nice in there. But for some reason, them guys like to have the windows open, and it'll be just stifling.
I referred to it as hot as balls in the chat room earlier.
Yeah, that's gonna be up for you guys to figure out how hot balls get, but whatever. Not gonna get into it.
I think it kind of depends on the situation. I had some hot balls myself yesterday.
Well.
Whoa! Family show. Well, cool, guy. What else we got? You got anything else?
Not that I can think of. I think pretty much hit about everything. We got fun going on out there. We got all the stuff going on. So I'd say get up there and have some good time,
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, thanks again to Greta and all the work everyone's putting in this weekend. And yeah, more info, springcreekmx.com.
Yep. Well, that's cool. We'll see you guys down there. Make sure you come up into the tower.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to try to find you on, because we won't be able to get in on Saturday, right?
No, God, no. You won't even know.
Come on.
No, they're just very tight. It's very tight back there. You know what I mean?
I'll bring him a T-shirt.
I'm gonna bring my parachute. We'll jump from the helicopter. I'll just land on top of the tower. Try to stop me then.
I'm a limo driver. I'm a limo driver. It's okay.
Cool. All right, guy. Well, I appreciate your time, and
we'll talk to you guys hopefully on Friday. Come on up.
Yeah, we'll find you on Friday.
Alrighty.
Cool. All right, thanks.
All right.
Hmm.
The one, the only.
He's a good guy to talk to.
Guy is a good guy.
All right. We might have to give this ticket giveaway. We'll pick a winner perhaps after the show. How's that sound?
Okay. Whatever you gotta do. I'm kind of disappointed I can't be in the chat room tonight. There's activity in there for once.
Yeah, we got a little chatter. I don't know.
Well, hot dang.
But, well, should we talk, what happened at the Jordan? So they had the mid-season championship, and you said it was a pretty awesome turnout.
Yep. Good times had by all.
Crowd was good, or racer entry was good?
Kind of all the way around. Just a really good time. I wouldn't say, huge crowd, but nice turnout of pro riders, and lots of energy. Everybody was having fun. The weather was perfect. The track it looked unbelievable. I was so jealous of those guys. I wanted to be riding so bad. And we just had a really good time.
Cool. Lee was actually texting me earlier. He is mad at me.
Why?
It's just I've been busy, and I have to make him a sign, and I have not gotten to it yet.
Oh, way to go.
So Lee, if you're listening, I'm working on it.
I guess we won't be camping by then this weekend. Cripes.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Probably not a good idea. No, just kidding. So, but yeah, no, it's just been it's been crazy. So, yeah, lots going on. But I don't have any. Oh, what's your thoughts on RV pulling the plug?
Called it.
You did call it.
Totally called it. That's all I got to say is I totally called it.
So, yeah.
No, I think it's about time. I thought it's been fairly obvious for the last year that his heart just wasn't in it. I think he was, just making moves to get himself away from it. Kind of funny, watched one of the GP races last night when I finally got home and got over my heat stroke. And, they were kind of talking about him, and they were questioning whether or not he was ever really 100% into trying to race for a championship. So I think everybody kind of saw that, and I don't think anybody is really too surprised, and I don't think anybody is too heartbroken that he's gone.
Great. I would agree. It's just now maybe people can quit saying if RV was there it'd be different, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, they'll still say that. Look how long they said that after Carmichael was gone,
Right.
It's still gonna that'll always happen. You can never take that out of the sport.
Oh, shoot. But yeah, so that's done. Done. Oh, so we still got time if we still got some decent chatter going on. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you send an email, talkinmoto@gmail.com. Put Millville tickets in the subject. Write something nice in the main part of your email, and that's it. And we'll pick a winner.
There you go.
And I'll get them sent out tomorrow. So you should have them by Tuesday. Maybe we'll have to, speed it up a little bit so you guys can get them. But
we're not going to be able to use the old Talkin Moto carrier pigeon like we usually do.
Nope. But well, let's maybe me and you do some bench racing. Who do you think's gonna win 450s? Or you think Dungy will pull it off, or Barsha?
Obviously, the feel-good pick is Dungey. I really have a hard time picking him, though, just because we're at Millville. I don't feel like I can pick Barsha because the guy spends way too much time with his feet off the pegs and riding like a complete animal that sooner or later that train's going to come off the track. So I really don't know who to pick right now. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a really tough one this weekend.
No, and I wanted to go back and see. It's like has like Barsha. To me, what's the thing that Barsha's been that he's done the last two rounds? Is like he's gotten decent starts, you know. And it's just
he's gotten decent starts, but he's also just been flat out charging. You know, he hasn't let off at all.
Right.
And obviously that comes from a good start. You get a good start, you got the confidence, you got the open track in front of you. You know, it's only going to help. So he's going to have to get a decent start again. But I don't know. I just have the feeling that the Whoop Monster is going to come out and grab him this weekend. I don't know.
Gonna get a little whiskey throttle. Things are gonna get out of hand.
Can he get a little something? I don't know. I don't see that streak continuing, I guess.
Mr. Klein thinks Barsha and Dungey are gonna swap the motos again this weekend.
Oh yeah? Well, you could be right.
So
which Mr. Klein would we be referring to?
Matthew.
See, yeah.
So which I don't know if I'm Dungey. I mean, obviously I'd like Dungey maybe to go, 2-1, a 2-1 swap, but if they stick around or stick with the same points again, it's just another weekend where, he didn't lose points. And, he's like, it's almost like, just didn't race at all, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess honestly, I know it goes against what everybody's probably thinking, but I look for Roxton to be back this weekend.
I'm going to hang up on you now.
Oh, so now I'm supposed to make biased opinions. I see.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. I don't know, maybe with the extra break something else happens, but I would almost put Roxon in like that third spot, if that. But it kind of seems...
The guy's got to come back sooner or later. He's going to come back. He's not just going to disappear.
Nope. Disappearing. The ship has sailed.
We'll see.
But that's usually what happens. I'll pick a guy, and I'll be like, nope. Because I think I did that with Dungey earlier, or that was Supercross. I was putting Dungey, and it's like, damn it. And then the week I don't pick it is kind of when he started turning it around. I'm like, God dang it. But that's why it's racing.
No, that's why they go and put in the motos.
That's kind of what it slightly irritated me when I was listening to, if that was Pulp or Racer X, somewhere they were talking about, just giving, like Webb. That's almost a give me win, You had that. That was your race. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you fell, but like, got to race till the end, It's like, does that make sense? Am I making sense tonight?
Yeah.
But
there's always the potential for something to go wrong for anybody. I don't care who it is. So you just never know.
Holy cow, Matt. My goodness. So, Matt wrote a paragraph in the chat room.
Oh, wow.
No lines, though, so that's good. But just kidding, Matt. So he says he thinks the same thing will happen that it did in 2013. Dungey will make a mistake in the first moto, finish fourth, then win the second moto, but Barcia will get the overall. But
one thing to keep in mind, I know nobody wants to talk about it, but we do have the potential for one of them very typical Minnesota July thunderstorms on Saturday that could completely change the game. So you just never know what's going to happen.
I didn't see that. Is there really a chance?
Oh yeah.
I just saw the temperature.
It's going to be 90 degrees, man. In Minnesota, that means there's going to be a thunderstorm sooner or later.
So bring my flip-flops.
I would say bring your flip-flops.
I remember that one year they got a ton of rain, and like I'm over in the whoops watching, and it's like everyone's kind of, who wants to stand in the water to watch the races? And I'm like, well, I do because I just have my sandals on. So off go the sandals, and I'm standing in the mud watching some moto, and I was all right with that.
There you go.
Hopefully it was water and not piss, now that I think about it, but still a good time. Still a good time.
Little from column A, little from column B.
But that's it, guys. You got anything else, Jason?
I got another prediction.
Oh yeah, we got.
You ready for this one?
We got a few other things I don't want to get in trouble if we don't bring up. Yes, go ahead.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break and come back. I got to go use the facility.
All right. We're gonna hit up the break. Everyone, play nice in the chat room, and we'll be right back. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. We would like to thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from The Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Oh boy. Back to it. Back to it.
Back at her.
Let's see here. What do we got for a prediction?
All right, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Josh Grant will be back on a Cowie.
Oh no.
Yes, sir.
That's is that a confirmed?
That's a prediction.
That's a prediction.
No confirmation. That's a prediction.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Seems to be all right. I would just wish the dude could not get hurt.
Yeah, I know.
But other than that, that's how it goes. Dirt bikes are dangerous.
No, they're not. I have two sitting in my basement right now that are hurting nobody. And I could leave them forever and they would hurt nobody. They're like guns.
They don't kill people. I kill people.
It's what us idiots do with them that are dangerous.
Good point. So how do we think we're gonna get a good showing from the local crowd this weekend?
What do you mean by that?
Well, obviously we got the. I don't know what's the right word, regulars, but obviously like Dungy and Alex and Jeremy, Oldenburg, like those guys, Craig, we know those guys are going to be in.
Oh, yeah.
But, like Wentland, Williams, Jackson, and I'm completely brain farting on the rest of them.
Man, calling me out, you're going to make me make some tough decisions here.
Well, like
I don't know how to say this stuff without hurting feelings.
You don't have to, let's say
I'm kidding.
Like Zach, he's been he's been kind of right around like that 20 to 25. I think is a fair spot. I'd like to see him. I think last year he had some better motos. So I'd like to see him to get into the points a little bit.
Yeah, I look for Zach to have a good showing this weekend. I look for Joe Perrin to get into the show and have a decent ride. Not really sure how good he is fitness-wise, but I definitely look for him to qualify and get in.
And then, like I said, sorry I was brain farting on the local guys, but we had Loberg on a couple weeks ago, and he's been making the motos.
Yep, Loberg was looking really good. Obviously, it's a whole other ball game, but looking really good on Friday night at Jordan. A little bit of bad luck kind of took him out of the top spot, but looking really good. So I definitely look for him to qualify as well and make it into the show.
That's what I'm talking about. I think
And as far as the rest of them, who knows? Logan Marzon coming back, hurt his knee a little bit earlier in the year, but, coming back to Millville, and he always rips at Millville, so you can't count him out, but, unfortunately he has been off the bike for a while. I see he was back riding over the weekend, which is good to see, so hopefully he can make a little bit of magic happen.
Hang on. I'm trying to get to the... We need some theme music.
Some theme music?
Yeah, so when I'm trying to search for something, we got, something playing in the background.
You just need to learn how to do two things at once so we can have a conversation and we don't have to sit here and wait for you.
Damn. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
But no, I'm definitely excited to be, hanging over the fence and rooting the local guys on, and yeah, hopefully all the guys from town or Minnesota can, I think just making the motos I think is awesome. So, and I'm ready to go.
Cool. Let's go.
Is it Friday yet? No, it's only Monday. Shitballs.
Tomorrow's my Thursday.
That's not cool, Jason.
What? It is.
Now, this is really off subject, but yesterday I went to the Milwaukee 250, which is an IndyCar race. It was all right. It's all right.
Cool.
When two guys got together and one kind of spun around and tagged the wall and broke into a gazillion pieces.
That'll happen.
But other than that, it was pretty interesting. So I think you lose how fast those guys are actually going, but yeah, it's kind of neat to go check out. So
cool.
Sorry, that just popped into my brain. I thought I would share that with everyone. So if you didn't care to listen about IndyCar racing, I apologize.
Tight is what it is.
But Matt says he thinks Loberg's he's gonna get into the points. So
that'd be awesome to see.
But all right, guys, I think that's it. I'm ready to shut her down. I got more work to do. Jason, you're probably busy.
That's it. That's all you had. You made it sound like you had really important stuff to do that you were going to get in trouble for if you didn't talk about, and we came back and did that.
I don't know if I haven't. Oh, no, we talked about the Minnesota guys.
Oh, okay.
We got
fine.
in trouble.
Good enough.
So
killer weekend down at Mankato. Moto crew did a hell of a job. Track was awesome. I think I lost about 8 pounds just in sweat alone, but it was a really good time.
Is that bad, huh? Did you guys get this?
Oh, man, yesterday was a scorcher.
With probably no breeze?
Zero breeze whatsoever unless you stood up there on the ridge behind the start gate. That's the only place where there's ever any breeze there. But good time, some really good racing. Had a lot of fun, so...
Nope. So you went right down from Jordan, right? Jordan to Cato?
Yep, rolled into Cato about 12:30 on Saturday morning, I guess you'd call it.
How, did you have to fire up that AC unit? Is that working good?
Yeah, sure did.
You got a nice little setup going on. I like it.
It's not bad. Gets the job done, man.
So... when we had Guy on, you are going to race on Sunday? Potentially?
It's still up in the air.
Possibly.
I'm gonna have my hot rod in town. So if I do decide to make it happen on Sunday, I'm not ruling out. We'll put it that way. Don't think I'm gonna race on Friday. Just don't. I don't know. I'm just not into it. It's gonna be a little bit too crazy. I think I'd rather just be there and hang out, have fun, But yeah, I'll have everything in town. So if the mood strikes me Saturday night to get to bed at a decent time and get up and go racing on Sunday morning, what the hell?
Not happening.
What do you mean not happening?
We're gonna be wild and crazy Saturday. There will be no going to bed at a decent time.
Well, you're not leading points in a series at Millville right now. I am.
Now, why'd you go and do something like that?
I don't know.
All right.
It's the last place I expected to be at this point in the season. Put it that way.
Oh, shoot. But cool. All right, guys. If you submitted your email, we're going to pick a winner, or we'll figure out a way to pick a winner here after the show, and I will email the winner or winners after the show, and I'll get them put in the mail tomorrow, Tuesday, and hopefully you will have them by, they should get there, Thursday? So if you're going, yeah, I hope so. Everyone got tickets for the fantasy Supercross stuff, so I got those out, and everyone that won, I doubled and triple checked to make sure that they got their envelopes. Everything made everyone made the trip safely, and they got their tickets. So that's it.
Cool.
That's all I got. All right, guys. You got anything
If anybody's
else,
looking for anything to do on Friday morning, kind of a cool deal going on over here in Lakeville. Not necessarily moto related, but if you're into old cars and whatnot, Friday morning at QA1 in Lakeville, they're doing kind of an open house / car show / whatever. And then they'd actually do a cruise up to, I don't remember what it's called because it's not Carcraft this year, but up to the big car show up at the fairgrounds this weekend. But QA1 in Lakeville from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Friday morning. Swing over there, big open house, get to see what they do. If you don't know what they do, they make shocks and high-performance shocks, and they're actually in the process of developing some new carbon fiber drive shafts and stuff like that. Some pretty sweet stuff. So I'm actually probably going to swing over there Friday morning, check that out, and yeah, should be a good time. If you need any more info, hit me up on Facebook.
That's, you said in Lakeville?
Yep.
Nice. And we forgot to talk about this, too. I think we mentioned it last week, but looks like Jackson's doing the Red Bull Scrub Limbo again this year.
Yep.
So I
believe that's Thursday night.
Yep. Thursday, 6 to 10. And the Facebook says it's 3 days from now. And it's going to be hot as balls. 97 degrees.
Yep. Hot as ice.
So, yeah, I don't know how all that works. You'd probably have to get a hold to Nick. I don't know who's running that show, but I just found it on Facebook, just Red Bull Scrub Limbo. And I don't know, I'm guessing that's probably an invite as far as being able to participate. But
as far as to participate, yes. Last year I know they ran a shuttle from Spring Creek out to the Jackson compound. They don't want you out there. They don't have room for parking out there, so that's the problem there. But I don't have a whole lot of info, but it is my guess that that's how they're doing it again this year. So they'll be, like I said, last year they were leaving from Spring Creek. They had a shuttle running back and forth during the whole event. So
cool.
Yeah, check out the Red Bull website. Otherwise, Nick's got stuff all over Facebook on it. Check that out too.
Now, I don't think we're going to get in trouble for this. And we're just kind of sharing the wealth here, but you guys are down at Meadow quite a bit, and this is kind of obviously a pretty big weekend for them too.
Yeah.
What do they got? So, but, ugh. That would, I would not want to be there. And that sounds bad. But it's just...
Why?
I'm not a fan of riding on the... I don't know. Maybe I'm superstitious. Like, I just want to go and hang out. If you guys want to ride, I would come watch you ride, but I don't want to ride.
I look at it as kind of an off weekend too. But Meadow Valley does provide you a nice alternative, to going and staying at Spring Creek. Ryder's got a top-notch facility there. Made a whole bunch of changes to the track over the past week. They all look absolutely amazing. A couple weeks ago when we were there, I talked to him a little bit about, what he was doing for camping and that, and it is $50 from Thursday to Sunday. So, just another alternative. Obviously, everybody's looking for some different ways to do stuff. So if you're looking for more of a riding vacation, then, that's an option.
Yep. Yeah, so...
You got to remember, Scott, it's not all about you. It's about the consumer.
Oh, the consumer. I like that. But yeah, so the Meadow Valley Days, July 13th through the 19th. So, yeah, all that's up on MeadowValleyMX.com.
There you go.
But I have been there before during it. I borrowed someone's pedal bike, and I pedaled bike from Millville to Meadow.
There you go.
Then I had to get a ride back. That was a long ways.
Were you inebriated?
I don't think so. I just think when I went there, it was obviously daylight, but when I came back, it was now nighttime. And
No, that would not be a good road to ride on a bicycle at nighttime. Not even at daytime. That seems like kind of a foolish idea on your part.
Right. Yeah. So be careful out there, people. Now I think we're done. We've hit everybody.
We've hit everybody?
Yep. Slapping everybody.
Okay.
So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure to, hopefully Jeff's going to make it. We got to talk to him. But I think it's pretty safe to say that Jason and myself are going to be roaming around this weekend. So
we'll be somewhere.
Yeah, make sure.
I got one more cut to do on my Pro Nats faux hawk. I'll be sporting a new hairdo, so.
Oh boy. All right. Since
if I don't get fired before then.
Oh no, you're fine. Matt just posted that it'd be sweet if Kennard would come back for Millville. I would assume he's thinking this weekend. I heard he's coming back for Washougal. Now,
yeah,
I am not maybe I am superstitious. I would not return to Washougal. Like the place that you've broken your femur twice at. But obviously,
you got to get over that, man.
I can't. See,
I can't stand people like that. I cannot stand people like you.
It's
not the track's fault. It is what it is.
No, there's a demon there.
I got a buddy that crashed at Elko a long time ago. Refused to go back to Elko for like 5 years. Said he would never go back there again. Finally talked him into going back. Loved the place. Next year it's gone.
I don't know.
You just can't live like that, man.
Because I'm wired different, and they're wired different, so they probably don't think that way. That's how I think.
What are you gonna do? Go to your grave without all your bones bolted together? What fun is that?
I know. I got one. That's enough. But who else is? Do we know anyone else coming back? That Tonus guy is supposed to be coming back.
Arnaud.
Yeah. So that means Pro Circuit has half a squad, right? AC's
sure.
out, Bauer's out, but all right, I'm pulling the plug. All right, guys, we'll see you this weekend, and yeah, make sure to see us if you see us wandering around. Maybe say hi. Don't throw anything at me, I'd appreciate
You
it.
can throw me a bottle of water or a beverage. I'll take that.
No rocks or tomatoes, please.
You throw a tomato at me, I'll eat it. I love me some tomatoes.
Shoot. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.
Peace out, homies.